Next trailer. What do we got? Oh, wait, whoa. I'm sorry. Is this animated Watchmen?
Wait,
Animated Watchmen. From the graphic novel?
Okay, look.
Press play. Producers, take the shot. Take the shot.
Someone's picking off costumed heroes. Maybe this was a political killing. No. Somebody knows why. There is good and there is evil. And evil must be punished. I do not do this thing because it is permitted. I do it because I have to.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reverence for that one. That's another R word.
Yes.
Another R word, reverence.
Oh, let me tell you, I mean, I love graphic novels. I mean, that's my bedtime reading is graphic novels, which I borrow from my local library. But I love it. I'm all about it, and that looked beautiful. That looked like the dark grittiness that is the graphic novel of that and what that world is, and also looked like some cool cell shading ish. Like it has that style. Oh yes.
What I liked about that is that the graphics itself was in the style of like the original DC type comics were
like noirish.
Yeah, and Batman had a really strong square chin, and
you could cut ice with that chin.
Exactly. Right? And it's like they didn't do too much. Like, they said we're turning in this story. We're doing an animated iteration of this story, but they didn't do too much to overplay the fact that it's an animation. Like they really tried to keep it down to earth and grounded. Which
you're not too distracted from the artistic style of it, where it takes you away from what storyline. Yeah.
And you kind of have to, because if you know the Watchmen story is very, very dark. I mean, like the character had good intentions, but that went sideways so freaking quick.
That was I would say that is the most grittiest superhero storytelling and the most realistic. And the way they talked about politics and human behavior and everything about it. Yeah, I was just talking about Watchmen like 10 minutes before we started doing this podcast, all right? So, I mean, that's how relevant Watchmen is.
For me, what made Watchmen relevant to me in my world, it was when Regina King did her series, the limited series about it, and how they told the story from a Black woman's perspective.
Sorry, which one is this?
Watchmen.
Oh, the TV series.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
That is what made this story relevant. I'm just going to make sure that it was hers and make sure I'm not saying like it wasn't. It was her. It was definitely her.
Yeah.
Okay. So the TV
Regina King, yeah.
Yeah, Regina King. So when the TV series came out and it told the story from a Black girl's perspective in the deep down South, and
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yes, and they spun it like they kept historical facts of things that actually happened. They kept true to the story of the Watchmen, the fantastical superhero comic book graphic novel nature of it, and then they just had really good acting and just a really entertaining plotline storyline, and then they mashed it all together in this kind of twisted time jumping way. It still caught the seriousness of all of what they were trying to put out there.
Heavy show, but yeah.
Heavy show. I think Alan Moore would have been happy about that. I'm hoping that he would be happy about this, simply because of the fact that it still has that same type of honesty. At least it looks like it's coming with that same type of honesty. Do you know what I mean?
I would say it's in the same vein of how V for Vendetta, the movie, was beautiful and great. However, it wasn't really a retelling of the graphic novel so much, but it still was good on its own. Just like the movie Watchmen was really good on its own, but then reading the graphic novel, it has different themes to it, different grittiness to it.
Yes.
But I think you're always going to be limited of obviously animated medium becoming a real medium, you're going to see limitations because the humans are limited and we have gravity. Where if you stay in the animated, series, you can do a lot more things. Then compare like you can be more real to a graphic novel, and that's what I'm hoping that this is it's a more gritty retelling of the graphic novel in an animated visual way.
Do you think AI could help this in any way?
Don't you dare bring AI into this. Don't you.
What? It's a wave of the future. It's what we're doing. I mean, wouldn't you want AI to put its magic touch?
I don't think Alan Moore would want AI to do this. I feel like it's a human story meant to be told in a human way, and I feel like a human animator could retell it better rather than like computer, dark, gritty, noir, animated, politics, superheroes, enter. I feel like it's only like a human animator can write human emotions, or the human ignorance is really what Watchmen is all about. It's all about ignorance and fear and politics and anger and everything. I feel like that's a lot of in the core. It's very human based, and I feel like AI could do some pretty shots, but I don't know if I would be able to leave it to that for it to be able to adequately animate that. But I don't know, maybe.
Who's behind this one? I want to know who's directing this one. It's just because
Listen, we'll do the research live.
Yes, we are, because the TV show was such a beautiful freaking mashup.
I only got the first 4 episodes, and then I got distracted and something else happened. I need to get back to it because I like that series. It was definitely it was good.
If you can, definitely watch it. And I love the fact that they're like, no, we're only doing 1 season.
We only need 1 season. We're good.
Don't ask for more. You're only getting the 1. Just take it.
You take the 1 and you like it. And I respect that too. I love it. I love that. Hey, we told the story, done. We're not going to stretch it out. We're not going to milk it, try to squeeze a 2nd, 3rd season out of this, whatever. It's like 1 and done. Cool.
Yeah, it's Kevin Frazier, actually.
Okay.
So, yeah. And everyone's hoping that it's true to the source material. I'm hoping that it's true to the source material, but I'm also hoping that, they had some type of flexibility in the way that they decided to tell that story, and just like, just give it some flair, give it their perspective, their human reference on how they see that world unfolding.
The grittiness of human society and politics and everything. Yeah. Oh, I'm hoping that too.
This story can be applied to so many different scenarios and life circumstances, and it's just like, tell me what you see.
Yeah, right. What do you think the comedian's motivations were and da. Give me your time.
Like, I get it.